college officials from across the country. We're celebrating innovation today, and USA is just at the top of that list. What do you say to so many leaders in higher education right now who say ASU is the most forward-looking institution out there? How did you manage to pull that off?
Well, I think, Dafna, the story here in the United States is really an important one, and that is, it's always funny, people think that it's time to relax or, count our blessings, which we always need to do, or count our chickens, which we need to do occasionally, going to all the different phrases, but it's definitely never time to rest and never dreaming about, could you build a new kind of American university? Could you build an American university that was representative of all the hardworking families in the United States, would admit every qualified student, no matter how big it got, that would use innovation over and over and over to enhance learning, that would accept the wide variety of the ways that people learn and the huge variety of types of intelligence. There's a whole literature out there about how we all have these different types of intelligence, and yet all of the systems in higher education are just honing and honing and honing and honing to produce replications of the same thing. So the drive for us was, could you, in the middle of the third century of the United States, could you find a way to build a new American university that was built on what we call inclusion versus exclusion and the measured success of the student? Could you have the research of the university focus on the success of the country itself, the public value, the public return, is to take responsibility. So rather than just being know-it-alls who, we have a lot of know-it-alls and we need these know-it-alls, but if that's all we do, then eventually, and you can even see some of this now, the people will turn against us because we're not doing what they need. And so, for instance, in the United States, the way the system works right now, places like Columbia or Bowdoin College, where I was on the board, or UC Berkeley, which is a fantastic world-class university, they only take the upper 2 or 3% of the high school class, and then they call it a day. And then in the rest of the country, more than half the people that go to college never graduate. More than half the people that have received a Pell Grant in the last 45 years have no diploma. Almost all the people that have debt have struggled to get their diplomas, and 65% have no degree and no diploma. So we have a serious operating problem. So we really set out, the team of us that went from Columbia to ASU, now 23 research, equal to those universities that only admit a few students. And so we proved that. We just became the fourth, only admit a few students. And so we proved that. We just became the fourth university in the United States without a medical school to break $1 billion a year of research expenditure. So, yeah.
That's great.
So that's MIT, Georgia Tech, UC Berkeley, and what we refer to ourselves when we're making fun of ourselves, the Tempe Normal School. That's what we used to be. Normal School, that's what we used to be. And so the Tempe Normal School is now the fourth leading research university